Sorry guys, I've got all kinds of art supplies in the background. I've been making some jewelry today. Um, I I went live for a second, and the devil card keeps wanting to come out. I've got the Rider-Waite tarot deck here for you guys today. Where is I've had this notebook for years now, and I I've had it so long that it's like half of a notebook now because there's so many pages ripped out of it. Why do you do that to the door every time I film? You won't let me cuddle you. You want cuddles when I don't want cuddles. We're not on the same vibe right now, baby. Come here. Come here. My cat is tweaking right now. I know I say this every video, guys. He might be 12 years old, but at heart he is a 4-month-old kitten. That boy has so much energy. It makes me so happy. But anyways, what I was saying, I came here on live a minute ago, and then I do obviously have ADHD and a lot of other things going on, but I could not just stop. I was I have been taking a break from cannabis, so I was like, okay, I'm just talking a lot. But then it was like I was going in so many different directions. It was important things that needed to be said. But yeah, today's been so funny and goofy and interesting, and I feel like I don't know if this will resonate for anyone else. I feel like today went by, and I mean this in a good way. I feel like today is slower. I feel I don't know if that will make sense for anybody. I just feel slower today, in the best way possible. I feel like I've been the sun's about to set, which the way my apartment's positioned, the sunset will stay right in the windows. Stay right in the windows. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. The place my apartment is at makes it the sunsets are super bright through the windows. And I feel like I've just been sitting here basking in that light for hours. And then on the flip side, just some weird personal stuff that's been going on. So I got, I've been in the cannabis industry for years, just the retail side of it. I have done some stuff on the back end and in cultivation. I've done a lot in cultivation as well. Both my parents grew cannabis when I was a child, so I've just kind of always been around it. Typical Californian. But the company I was working for from October to late June. The company I was working for was purchased out by another company, and myself along with 15 other people were laid off at the end of a 10-hour shift. So that was really awesome. So I spent a week there freaking the hell out because the apartment I'm in now, I'm in because I almost got evicted from my last one because I couldn't keep up with the rent because my hours got reduced at that dispensary. So anyways, long story longer, where I'm going with all of this is 2 months ago, if you would have asked me about my financial situation, housing situation, career situation, I would have been in hysterics, crying my eyes out, sweating through my shirt, so stressed, vomiting, crying, shitting, vomiting, stressed. And now, I am going to be paying rent late, unfortunately, but I smoothed everything out, and I ended up getting a call back from a position that I applied to months ago. They called me back. They're like, hey, do you have time to hop on the phone for a final interview? I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. And mind you, I'm in I literally have like a stink cloud above my head. Like mentally, I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. Um, I'm like, sure, let's see how this goes. Can't wait to get laid off from them too. Mind you, the whole time I'm doing the final phone interview with these people, I had like a certain wage in mind, like minimum wage for where I'm at, which is, I'm not in California anymore. The minimum wage in my state is next to nothing, which I'm still thankful for. Don't get me wrong, but it like, I know anyone watching this understands. I'm not sitting here. I'm not ungrateful for it, but at the same time, it's like a loaf of bread costs $5 nowadays, depending on where you get it. So, minimum wage is not cutting it for anybody right now. So, I'm sitting through that whole interview, like, okay, yeah, blah blah blah. Like, I didn't give it my all. I ended up being super, like, unprofessional isn't the word I want to use, but I ended up telling, like, for example, one of the questions she asked me, she was like, oh, what made you move from California to here, the state I'm in now? I'm in the Midwest now. She was like, what made you move from California to there? Normally, in any interview before in my life, I would have just said, like, I try to keep it, like, casual and professional. I'm like, not casual. I try to keep it cool and professional. I'm like, I'll say, you know, oh, the position I accepted with blah, blah, blah had a relocation opportunity, and I blah, blah, blah. Like, I'll make it sound like something I had to do. Like, I had no choice but to move, right? I don't know what came over me, but on this phone interview with this job that I just accepted, I ended up being super blunt with her. Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor breaking the deck. I was just super blunt with her. I told her, and I'll get into this like I'm not gonna do like a story time video, but I've been through a lot of really interesting shit. I've trigger warning for a lot of things, like self-harm, child loss, divorce, abusive relationships, like pretty much anything that I could put a trigger warning for, put a trigger warning here. I had to have a like, I've never really said this on camera before. I had to have an abortion at 14 weeks, which wasn't necessarily an abortion. It was more so a procedure to get rid of unviable tissue. By the time I realized I was pregnant, the pregnancy was no longer able to, how do I say this? Because I don't want to get into all of that here. I wouldn't have been able to move forward with the pregnancy, so I had to have an abortion. I told this to the manager that was interviewing me for a position. That's not interview material. That's not something you get in. Like, anyone watching this will be like, yeah, I wouldn't bring that up during an interview. I don't know what came over me, but I just she asked me, like, hey, what brought you from California to here? And I told her I was engaged. I lost a pregnancy. I had to have this procedure. Right after I had that procedure, I found out my partner at the time was hiding a child with a previous partner. So I packed all of my things and left and went to this new state. Stayed with family for a little bit. My family got weird and controlling with me and didn't want me to work. They wanted me to stay home and not interact with people. So I ended up finding a new apartment that I could not afford. And I was just very frank with her about everything, and she didn't cut me off. She listened to, I mean, I wasn't on the phone with her for hours, but it was a good, like, she just asked me one question, you know, what brought you from California to here? And in any other interview, I would have just I would have just made something up, to be frank, or I would have, to be honest, I mean, I would have just made something up or said like, oh, you know, life stuff, or it was housing situation, blah blah blah. I would have kept it like light. And I was honest with this interviewer, and she let me finish talking, and she was like, I am so taken aback. She was so sweet. She was like, I'm so taken aback by everything you went through at your age. I couldn't imagine, like, blah 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 blah. And then she was like, I'm glad you told me that. She said word for word, like, she said, I'm glad you told me that, because it shows that you have a story. And she said, she was so sweet. She said, her name was Jess. She was so sweet. She said that she was already impressed with my resume, but she said, had you not shared that story with me, I had a different assumption about you in my head. And she was honest with me. She was honest with me right back. She said, you know, I'm here. I don't like sharing what state I'm in, but I'm in the Midwest now. And she said, you know, being from here, I'm not real fond of folk from California. And I was like, I understand. She said, had you not shared that story with me, I would have assumed a lot different from you, and I would have assumed that you were kind of an opportunist. Just, this was a word for word what she said, but she basically told me, like, yeah, you seem kind of opportunistic and spoiled, and had you not shared that story with me, I would have thought completely different of you. So she was like, thank you for sharing that. And then, like, right after that, she was like, I'd like to discuss wages because I'd like to have you on my team as soon as possible. So it ended up working out really good. But yes, for lack of a better word, this week has been so bananas. So bananas. And what's funny is my whole life up until now, I would have accounted that bananasness. I would have been like, oh yeah, this weed's so good. Cannabis is nice, but it's been nice the last few days to enjoy the little things without cannabis making me enjoy those little things, if that makes sense. So that being said, let's clear the energy. And shuffle these cards. I actually don't know if I want to use this Rider Waite. I think I want to use the Dragon Oracle. Over here. Yes, I do. We're gonna put the Rider Waite up. I might pull that back out in a little bit. Where's my box? But in the meantime, I'm just gonna use the Dragon Oracle. If anyone hopping on would like a personal reading, once payment is submitted, I'm ready to get started with those. So if anyone does want a personal reading, my Cash App and Venmo are in the description. I do have Apple Pay. That's, you know, it's iffy because it's a phone number thing. I'm comfortable with that. I know other people aren't, so understandable. That's why I never list that payment option, just because you make people uncomfortable. Let's see what we have for the collective. These cards are just so pretty. And maybe, I feel like everything's relevant for a reason, so like it could be, what's going on? I am pulling cards. I was rambling there for a minute. Thank you for hanging out. Pulling cards for the collective, gonna see what's in the energy or what needs to come out for whoever feels like this may resonate for them. Pull some cards. Ooh, those shot out. We have the Transformation and then Delphin. Transformation, this card looks like a monarch butterfly. So orange guy, number 3, and then we have 3 and 30. So 33 could be super significant. If whatever time you're watching this, 33 could be significant. Let's see what the Transformation card means according to this little guidebook. Transformation. A new you is emerging. Let it all go. Fear, pain, doubt, anger, sorrow, and guilt. Transformation tells us you no longer need these experiences. They are in the past. They have completed their task and have no place in your future. By holding on to them, you only keep yourself trapped in old patterns that are no longer of use or necessary to you. A new you is emerging. Maybe a quieter, more considered you, but certainly a more powerful you. Having lived through a great many things, now is time for you to put that experience to good use. Follow your inner guidance and let your old habits and worries slip away. There will always be those who question what you do, but that is their journey. You are on yours. Follow the steps laid out before you, trusting your own inner light as you move toward a fresh way of being you. This transformation can be any level and can affect any or every part of your life. Enjoy it and look for signs and in particular symbols as you are guided by the dragon of transformation to take on your next steps. Next steps. That list has me in a chokehold, y'all. I am sorry. The transformation card. It's funny I was rambling about what I was rambling about at the beginning, because with the transformation card, I'm getting like it's nice that the person that interviewed me, it's nice that they listened to all my past experiences, and it's nice that they viewed that as like me having a story and me having a lot of like just life experience to offer for the position. As nice as that is, that card even resonates for me, because it's like it's nice that I was able to be vulnerable and open up about those things. But on the flip side, I don't need to keep carrying those experiences with me moving forward. So, like, I don't know, for example, that might resonate with someone. Instead of, like if this has to do with a relationship, don't feel like I'm hearing someone needs to remember the fact that, your last relationship wasn't the only relationship you've ever had. So I'm hearing like if you try to look like more forward in time in the scope of things, you'll realize that this ex person that seems so awful and so like hung up, like something that's maybe baggage to you. I'm hearing like if you go back and think, you have all these exes that you've done forgot about and like put in the graveyard. So there's just something like you've got to, something's got to click here, and you will realize, like, I don't know why I keep doing that. Doesn't that mean, isn't that more in sign language? Or, we did that with my little sister when I have a younger sister that we're about 15 years apart. So when she was a toddler, I'm basically her mom. That's more, isn't it, in sign language, I believe? My live chat does not pop up, I'm so sorry. Online poker jobs, that is so funny you say that. No, I haven't, because I don't know cards, but it's funny you say that, because one of my favorite movies of all time is Molly's Game, with that, was it the redhead from Mad Men? The redhead with like the real, I hate saying that and being disrespectful, but the real pretty redhead from Mad Men, I think, and that whole movie is about her. She shuffles cards. That's so funny you say that, because that's like one of my favorite movies. 13 Warren Road. You trying to send me somewhere, friend? I'm just playing. 13 Warren Road. Don't send me an address. I will go there. I'm too friendly. I'm sure I'm bringing this up for a reason. I'm going to move on to the Rider-Waite deck real quick, just because I'm not vibing with this dragon deck. And I've got I doubt she's watching this, but Ari the Star, if you got a P.O. box, baby, I got some cards for you. I'm trying to, I have so many decks that I do not use anymore. Mainly just because I don't feel like I have the skill set to be using them. I don't want to just drop them off at Goodwill. What is, When is LC? Hello. I am having a good day. I hope you are too. Oh, look it up on Google Maps. I got you. I can't do that right now, but I will. I will. I have the memory of a freaking elephant. I tell you what. I will look that up. Not only do I have good memory, I have OCD. So, you know, with the ADHD too, there might be a little delay, but I keep my word. But that's so funny you say that, because that movie, Molly's Game, the whole plot of the movie is she, you might have already seen it, but yeah, she, I forget how she gets into it actually. She's in connection with like high rank gamblers that like do it professionally, and she ends up being the person that I forget what the name of that position is, but she ends up being the person that like takes the payment when the people walk in to come play cards. So before they play cards, they're gonna play her to be in on the game, and that's like one of the like the whole like kind of plot twist of the movie is like she says she's gonna charge one thing and ends up charging something else, and then she makes it. She's a badass in that movie, for lack of a better word. I was like, I'm trying not to cuss. This doesn't get monetized anyway. But I'm going to move on to we're going to pull some crystal oracle cards and I'm going to have this, I know this is live, but I'll have this posted later, so if you're watching, whatever time you're watching this is timeless. I don't think this has to be for right now. And if I say anything that you don't vibe with, it's probably not your reading. Like I say at the beginning of every reading, hello, my name is Iris. If my readings make you uneasy or uncomfortable, please do not trip on it. It's probably not your message. I intend to clarify things that you already had a good intuition on. So my readings should clarify what you already knew, reiterate what you already assumed. Nothing should make you uncomfortable, uneasy, or thrown off guard. That being said, Spirit, what do we have for the collective? Clear the energy from the solar plexus and crown chakra down to the sacral and root. My goodness, we had like 9 cards come out. Every time I've used this deck within the last week, like regardless if I was doing collective or trying to pick up on a certain sign, the 33 card came out. The master number 33 card came out. Shout out Gabby Bradford. English teachers are some of the best people on this planet, I swear. My great aunt on my mom's side has been an English teacher for goodness 20 years now. Most of my like best friends from high school ended up going into teaching. Like education is a field I have such respect for, especially public education. Those are the angels of this world, I swear. All right, let's pull some cards. Woo, those two shot out. Grandmother Crystal, number 30, Miracle Healing. Inner Self, number 22, and Reflection Mirror, number 6. We got that is the Grandmother Crystal, number 30, yellow little tower crystal. And I'm going to read I got the guidebook right here, so we're going to see what the guidebook has to say about it. Inner Self, New Gifts. And then this is that 3rd card, Reflection, the Mirror. So there is, and that's what I was picking up on in the beginning. There's like, whoever this reading ends up resonating for, we're going to get into it now. you could be at a time where I'm hearing like metamorphosis, like a like chrysalis, like you're at the point where a caterpillar is at, where it is just about to bust out of that shell, and like with the new wings, that like you are just about to turn into the butterfly, and there's nothing holding you back. I'm just hearing like whatever stage you're in now, and kind of like what I was mentioning at the beginning, it's like it's nice that I was able to share all that personal stuff with my new manager in that interview. But at the same time, it really made me realize, like, wow, every new person I meet, I'm letting them know all this, like, trauma that I'm holding on to. And it's okay to share your past with people, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want that to be my introduction to people anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done meeting people and introducing myself with the trauma that I just got through. Like, oh, hi, yes, my name is Iris. I'm nice to meet you. I just moved here because I got cheated on, an engagement didn't work out. I had a miscarriage, and the miscarriage wasn't handled properly at the hospital, so I had to have this procedure happen, and blah, 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 blah. It's like, is that what I want people to know when they're first interacting with me? Like, yeah. The inner self, new gifts, reflection with the mirror. Like, this is definitely like a collective energy right now. We're coming to, whoever this reading resonates for, we're coming to, like, I'm hearing coming to terms, coming to grips with how divine we are. And that's not like, oh, I'm better than anyone. It's just like, wow, whoever this resonates for, you're gonna have a moment where you're like, I've been through a lot of shit, but I will continue to go through a lot of shit, and it's gonna be okay. And that shit doesn't define me, and I don't have to keep using that as an introduction to make other people comfortable. Like, and I resonate with that too. I felt like if I meet people and just try to say like, hi, yes, hi, it's not my real name, but like, hi, I'm Iris. I like tarot reading, and I like jewelry, and blah, 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 or I like fishing and walking outside. I felt like if I introduce myself to people as my real self, I felt like I was just in my shadow still. I was like, well, they're going to think this, or they're going to think that, or they're going to think this, and they're going to think that. But let's see what the guidebook has to say about these little crystals you got. That first one, Grandmother Crystal Diva, you could have a recently passed on, and I'm not just saying this because of the card, I'm just kind of getting this in the back of my head. You could have a grandmother that recently passed on, or even if it wasn't recently, you could just, I'm hearing like whether it's mom's side, dad's side, doesn't even have to be biological. There was like a grandmother energy. I'm hearing like Nana or Nana. Grandmother Crystal Diva. This medicine offers you a holistic healing of the mind, body, and spirit. Grandmother Crystal Diva came to me in 2009 and embodied herself in an amazing 36-kilogram channeling crystal. Note, however, that her spirit resides in all crystals. Grandmother Crystal has heard your prayers for healing and is offering you her medicine. You give so much to so many people, and now it is time for you to receive back the goodness you give so graciously to others. Grandmother Crystal is the overseer of the Crystal Kingdom and holds within her the medicine of all crystals. This healing that is offered to you is on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. Feeling unwell and enduring sickness can be caused by blocks in a range of different energy bodies, and this medicine dissolves anything held within the emotional, mental, spiritual, or physical bodies. It is time to heal at the deepest level, and this miracle healing is offered to you from the highest form of love possible. Have you been praying for healing? Have you been unwell and needed intervention from a higher source? I just got, that's funny too, because I just got sick over the weekend. Friday, and I said this in Taurus's live, I believe, I didn't want to think I was sick, so the first half of the day I just took an allergy pill, and I was like, maybe my cat got too close to me when I was sleeping or something. But yeah, no, by like 4 o'clock I felt my head. I was like, oh no, I got a fever. I was like, we gotta take some NyQuil or something, because this isn't just allergies and it's not gonna go away. And it was funny that had happened too, because I was at a point where I was like, okay, the last few weeks I was definitely overworking myself, and I totally got to a point where I was like, my subconscious was like, you need to rest or your body's gonna force you to rest. And I swear I had that like in the back of my mind for like 3 days. And I shit you not, like the 4th day, that was Friday, I woke up and I was like, could not breathe, could not blow my nose, like ears were kind of sore, my throat hurt. And then I was like, it's just allergies, I slept too close to my cat. And yeah, no, I got sick and I had to rest for a whole day. And I'm thankfully fine now, but yeah. Just reading the rest of this for that grandmother card. Have you hit a roadblock with an illness or sickness you have? Are you in need of holistic healing? Have your mental and emotional states been compromised of late? Rest assured, Grandmother is here to offer you a miracle healing. You are asked to surrender and receive and take a moment to send this loving energy to your sickness as it transforms your cells back to their optimal state of being. Love is the biggest healer of all, so make sure you work closely with the Grandmother Crystal Diva as she showers upon you the healing light of the universe. There's my cat. Disease, and the way they have it written in the book, oh, you're not going to be able to see it. It's split up into 2 words, which I love because words are spells, especially the English language. Disease, split up into 2 words, is dis-ease. Disease isn't its own entity, it's a lack of ease. It is the removal of ease by a virus, sickness, illness. Disease is a beacon of love that indicates where you require deeper understanding, love, and awareness in your body. The sickness my fucking lisp, y'all, I'm sorry. The sickness acts as a feedback system, highlighting where you need to make changes in your life. Your body is extremely intelligent and is constantly guiding you back to wellness. It's also good to know that sickness can be brought forward from a past life and turn up in your current life as an opportunity for healing. It's time to see yourself as being healed as you open to the medicine from Grandmother Crystal Diva, and make sure to expect a miracle. Expect a miracle. If you, whoever this reading's for, if you do, I'm hearing like within the next week, if you get allergies, if you get like a little bit of a fever, stomach ache, whatever it is, don't freak out. Lean into it, like not succumbing to it. But if you have a stomach ache, don't be like, oh god, I got work tomorrow, like I can't be sick. Chill out. Make yourself some soup. If you have the washer and dryer in your house, put a blanket in the dryer, get it all warm, take a bath. If you don't have a bath, take a hot shower. If you can put anything like minty or eucalyptus in the shower, put that in there. Get a lemon if you don't have one. Make like some lemon water, put lemon in your tea if you can. But I'm hearing like whatever happens in that state of solitude is going to bring a miracle. And I keep like getting heartburn really bad. And it's going to happen when you're in that state of rest, because that's the way you're going to appreciate it the most. Like I'm hearing and not because it's not like intentional, like I'm hearing there's just been so much happen in your life, like whether it was losing loved ones, moving jobs, moving homes, like going from one relationship to another, that transition. There's something that happened in your energy that's going to, like, I hate saying make you sick, but that's what I'm getting. Like there's gonna be like a sickness, or like not necessarily a sickness, like even if it's not a cold. I keep itching my nose, so it might be a cold. Like you might wake up with like a little crick in your neck, and I'm hearing like it will go away. It's not like it's going to be such a quick thing, like a day or less. And that is the only reason that's happening, is to force you into a state of rest, so that when this miracle comes, you are able to, like, oh my God, wow! You'll be able to appreciate it in a way that you could not appreciate when you're in that like workaholic mode. So yeah, let's see what this inner self. The next card you have after that is inner self, which is 22. You could be seeing 2, 22. Could be seeing any of those numbers a whole lot lately if this resonates for you. 22, inner self. This medicine aligns you to your inner gifts and amplifies your creative vibes. Amplifies creative vibes. This is a very exciting, powerful, and creative time in your life in which you have new gifts and talents opening up to you. The medicine of this crystal helps to amplify your natural gifts and talents and assists you to manifest them into reality. Your creative energy is on fire and pulsing through you with inspiration, so harness this energy and tune into the new talents that you are coming through. You are encouraged to take time to work with, nurture, and connect to the energy within you to birth this newness into your life. Where do you like to focus your creative energy? Do you dream of playing a musical instrument? Would you like to align to a new healing mode? Do you feel the creation of a book coming through? Do you like painting or drawing? Make sure to give yourself the gift and blessing of creating. Work with the inner self crystal so it can peel back the layers so you can discover your creative energy. It's time to dance in a new vibration and allow it to manifest its joy and magic into your world. When you were in this rest period, and I'm getting the grandmother energy is super relevant with that. Like, so you're going to be put into a grandmother energy, and whether this means looking after people, baking cookies, writing letters, making cards, knitting, sewing, crocheting, or laying down resting because you have a cold, whatever it is that puts you in this grandmother energy is going to make you realize, like, oh, I haven't painted in a while. I haven't picked up a guitar in a while. Or you're going to, I'm hearing you're going to start journaling again. It's going to bring up something creative that you already have worked, like you've already, it's not going to be like, oh, I've never roller skated before, I'm going to buy roller skates today. It's something you've already, like, you know, even if you don't feel like you're good at, you know you've already dabbled in this. So, like, picking up an instrument again. And I've been getting that for a lot of people lately. Like, for a lot of you, there could be, like, I'm hearing maybe you're older now, maybe in school you were in, like, marching band or just orchestra or something, and maybe, like I said this myself, if people ever ask me if I play an instrument, I will say, like, oh yeah, I play a little guitar. I forget anytime I'm asked that question, I forget that I know how to play saxophone, and I know how to play saxophone very, very well. And not just one saxophone, I know how to play many different kinds. And I used to, like, win awards in competitions to play it, but I haven't even touched one in so long that I forget that that's a skill that I have. So when you're in this rest period, there's going to be something that comes to you. And I know that's going to segue right into this next card, which is the reflection card, the mirror, number 6. Number 6, reflection, the mirror. Let's see what the guidebook has to say about that. No channeled songs today, which I thought was funny. I usually get channeled songs like crazy at the beginning of every reading. Let's see what we got for this in the guidebook. Reflection, number 6. This medicine allows you to understand that everything is a mirror and helps to identify the reflection you are being shown. These pretty crystals are identified by a diamond shape on the face of the crystal. You are currently being offered an opportunity to master a powerful lesson in your life that is being shown to you through the law of reflection. Your current situation, challenge, or struggle is a mirror of, anyone watching this, I've said this once, I'll say it again. If you are not subscribed, I swear I gotta meet her in person. I don't mean to assume pronouns. I have to meet them in person so badly. Please subscribe if you are not already to Ari the Star 333. They are such a, like, I cannot use the right words, such a dope person, such a gifted, talented, wise, like, and an incredible person. And a lot of their videos recently have been having to do with, like, everything that's happening in your energy is something that you willed into existence, whether you realize it or not, because it is all building your character for a higher good. And that's exactly what I'm getting with this mirror card. At times, this process can be challenging as you reassess old beliefs and patterns and are encouraged to sit with uncomfortable feelings, possible shame, and guilt as you work through the process. Up until now, these beliefs have kept you safe, but it's time to let them go. Know that this process of reflection and letting go can leave you vulnerable and exposed. However, you have entered a phase in which these inner thoughts and intentions are no longer serving you. Moving to a deeper space within yourself will always bring courage and a stronger sense of self. Make sure to be gentle and patient with yourself through this process, as the mirror has no judgment. And be open to the possibility that the mirror could also be reflecting your positive aspects. This video that Ari just posted, I literally love them so much. This video that Ari the Star 333 just posted, she was literally saying, like, what if the prettiest part of you isn't even pretty? And, like, it triggered so many, like, thoughts, because it's like, yes, what if, like, let's say, like, for me, my hair. I'm insecure about my hair because when I had a miscarriage, I lost, like, 80% of my hair. I had thick, long hair growing up my whole life, and I thought that that was the prettiest part of myself. I thought that that was, like, the only thing I have to offer. And Ari's video touching on that just blew my mind, because it's like, what a concept that I have never even fathomed, to be like, well, what if the prettiest part of you isn't even pretty? Because all of you is pretty, but, like, you'll have to watch their video to get it. I'm not gonna articulate that as the way they did, but yes. Anyways, I'll have their video in the description because that's just too funny. Are you blaming and pointing the finger at someone? Are you seeing the beauty in someone else? Are you confused about how to overcome your current conflict? Whatever you are going through right now is a mirror, an inner reflection. You are encouraged to look within with an open heart and no judgment to see what it is you are required to do so you can accept and grow from this powerful reflection. It's time to shift perception of your current situation with love. The divas of the reflection crystals are here to hold space for you so you can get a clear understanding of what's going on for you and help shift your thought patterns. If your mirror is positive, it's time to accept the beauty within you. Some of you, I'm getting for a lot of you for this reading, you have and I've been channeling this a lot lately, you have someone that you've either recently met or you're about to meet that is your perfect match. And this doesn't mean you have to end up with them. It doesn't mean if things don't work out, it's, oh no, you missed out on something. It's just, for this time, in, like, the time being right now, this person is a great match for you. But you're still in a, like, past thought process, whether you realize it or not, and you're probably not intending to, but you're still feeding into those, like I'm hearing, if this person doesn't text you back, you're like 44 on the clock as I'm saying that. You're, like, feeding into I don't know, oh, they don't like my hair, or they don't like my hair, or you're like, they don't like how I talk, oh, I text too much, or I did this and I did that. And I'm hearing, this person has no complaints about you. Like, no complaints. Like, you are, whatever you're thinking about them, that's what they're thinking about you. They're thinking the same thing. They're like, oh, I probably texted them too much. Oh, I probably blah, blah, blah. But you're so conditioned by what you've been through prior that it's hard for you to even fathom that there could be someone in your energy that's like, yes, I like you. Yes, I see you for who you are. And you're just like, like numb to it. I've been doing the PP dance here for a minute, so I'm going to see if any more cards come out, but if not, I am going to have to cut this off a bit early because I've got to use the restroom. Spirit, do we have anything else for the collective regarding this? What is the outcome with this reflection and this... I was going to say, what is the outcome with this reflection and this new connection this card came out? Of course! I said that at the beginning of this reading. This, every time, and I know you guys saw, even if you're watching this at a later time after this is live, I probably shuffled this girl for about 5 minutes. Just shuffle, 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 shuffle. And anytime I use this crystal deck for the collective, I get that blank card, which blacks out to give you a reflection of yourself. So you should be looking right at yourself in the mirror. In the black mirror, but the mirror. Number 33. Personal power, self-empowerment. Master number 33, closing off your deck, and I will read it from the guidebook again. (33) Personal power. This medicine helps you to align with and step into your personal power. This card has been left blank as it is your personal power crystal. Once you know what it is, you can attach a photo of it to your blank card. Everyone has a different power crystal, and the way to identify yours is to ask for it to reveal itself to you. You are entering into a rite of passage, and your soul is calling you into power. Your power crystal is here to assist you in this process as you attune to the best version of yourself. Through your life's journey, you have gained a deeper understanding of yourself that has created an abundance of wisdom, strength, and courage. And it is time now for you to utilize this mastery to the best of your ability. In your current situation, you may be giving away your power to something or someone outside of you, and this is not serving the highest good of anyone involved. It is very easy to hand over your power and not even realize you're doing it. You may not even know what it's like to assert your power in a positive and healthy way. You're being encouraged to assess what is going on and become aware of what this behavior looks like in your current situation. You may need to set some personal boundaries and look at the behaviors that keep you locked in old patterning. You may, for example, be a people pleaser or a yes person who wants to help people all the time, but when this is out of balance, it can come from a place of wanting to be loved and accepted and create disempowerment. Helping people is a beautiful trait. However, when it arises from a wish to constantly please, it's not serving anyone. You have learned this behavior from a very young age as you have adapted survival skills, but you have now graduated to a level in your life and these old behaviors are no longer serving you. It's time to reassess your old ways and develop new behaviors that come from a more balanced and healthy state of being. It's time now to expand your soul's vibration and step fully into your power. Do you often give your power away? Do you always put others before yourself? Are you in a power struggle with someone and not sure what to do? Have you been working on stepping more into your own personal power? Your power crystal is calling for your attention and is here to remind you of who you are at the deepest level. You have a soul contract with this crystal and it wishes to assist you to step into your power and full potential. Your power crystal supports and guides you from the spirit world and is also working with you on the physical plane. To find your power crystal, you are encouraged to work consciously with this energy. Ask the spirit of your power. I said you're being called and I get a phone call. That is so funny. Blank card. I just put it on here so it has the reflection while I'm reading it. But yeah, you get the gist. It's a blank card. Even if you're not clear what your power crystal is, you can still connect to this energy by calling it in. Allow your power crystal to guide you to a place of self-empowerment. And it doesn't even have to be a crystal for you guys. I'm just getting whoever this reading resonates for. I'm hearing like you're at the end of it right now. It's just a matter of discipline at this point. So if you are someone like kind of what I was saying at the beginning, if you feel like every time you introduce yourself to someone new, like you're bringing up all of these traumas, start working on it. Like slowly but surely start chipping away at, like set a goal for yourself. Say like, okay, from now on, every time I meet a new person, I'm going to tell them 3 good things about myself. 3 good things about myself. Instead of mentioning like, I went through this and this and this and this, maybe say like, hey, because I could share 3 things about myself, introducing myself to people in this new state that I live in the Midwest, without mentioning any of that trauma. I could say, yes, I've lived out here for a year now. I made a lot of friends at my last job. I like fishing. I like going up to, I was almost about to reveal where I'm at. I like going up here to fish. I like going up here to hike. I like going, I don't know. It could be a plethora of things. But regardless, if you watched this far, thank you for hanging out. If you're watching this at a later date, I hope it resonates. If anything made you feel unsettled or uneasy during the reading, it's not for you. Leave it for someone else. Take what resonates, leave what does not, as many great tarot readers say. As I mentioned, if you could please, if you are not already, follow Ari, the Star Collective 333. I might be saying that backwards, but if you type that in, you'll find them. Goodness, they are a plethora of light in this community, and they have wisdom, so much insight and wisdom, and helpful, positive messages. Yeah, I could go on about them. They're such a gem. So yeah, if you watched this far, thanks for hanging out. Details, I do offer personal readings at any time. There is a 24-hour turnaround with those, and I can offer it a plethora of different ways. If you would like to have it emailed to you personally, I do that. If you would like to have it uploaded privately to where you are the only person that can watch it on YouTube, I can do that. If you don't mind having it live where everyone sees it, I can do that too if that's more comfortable for you. Personal readings are $20. If you catch me during a live, I do them for $10. I take CashApp, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, Apple Pay, and yeah, all the information for that is on the description